They told you what you couldn't do. They doubted your dreams, laughed at your goals, and questioned your every move. But this is your moment, not to prove them wrong, but to prove yourself right. Because deep down, you've always known what you're capable of. You've always felt that burning fire inside, whispering to you in your quietest moments that you were made for more. The world may not see it yet, but you do. And that's all that matters. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need applause to keep going. You just need belief, unshakable belief in yourself. Every time life knocks you down, you rise, not for vengeance, not to silence the noise, but to honor the promise you made to yourself. The promise that you would not settle. The promise that you would keep going when it got hard. You are not here to meet expectations. You are here to shatter them. You're not chasing validation. You're chasing transformation. This is the season where you stand up and declare with your actions, I will prove myself right. Every sacrifice you've made, every sleepless night, every moment you felt like giving up but didn't, those weren't for nothing. You have come too far and survived too much to let self-doubt win now. You've already proven you're a fighter. Now it's time to prove you're a finisher. The journey hasn't been easy, and it won't get easier. But you didn't sign up for easy. You signed up for growth. You signed up for purpose. You signed up for the war within that will unlock the peace you seek. And in that war, your greatest weapon is your refusal to quit. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need everyone's approval. You just need relentless discipline and a vision that won't let you sleep. When others rest, you rise. When others retreat, you press forward. Because your dream isn't just an idea, it's a responsibility. And each time you show up, even when it's hard, you are telling the universe, I was born for this. You're not proving anything to the doubters. You're proving everything to yourself. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your ambition. You don't need to justify your hunger. The world may not understand your grind, but that's because they weren't given your vision. This dream was assigned to you, not them. So don't expect applause while you're still in the arena. Don't wait for understanding while you're busy building. This path will be lonely at times. It will be filled with setbacks and storms. But storms don't scare warriors. They awaken them. You're not here to tiptoe through life. You're here to dominate it with courage, with grit, and with the kind of passion that refuses to fade. You've seen the mountain, and now it's time to climb. And when your muscles ache and your spirit wavers, remember this. Every ounce of pain is proof that you're still in the fight. Champions are not crowned in comfort. They are forged in fire. So lean into that fire. Let it shape you, strengthen you, and refine you. Because the greatest victory isn't just crossing the finish line. It's becoming the person who never gave up. There will be days when your faith feels weaker than your fear. Days when the voices in your head scream louder than your confidence. But that's exactly when you must dig deeper. That's when your courage counts most. Anyone can believe when it's easy. Anyone can smile when the sun is shining. But champions are built in the dark, when there's no spotlight, no applause, just the quiet decision to keep going. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be willing. Willing to fight, willing to fail, willing to rise again, stronger each time. Don't let a bad day convince you have a bad life. Don't let a single setback make you forget your strength. You are not the pain you've been through. You are the power you've cultivated because of it. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every challenge you face is a chance to grow. Every rejection is redirection. So stand tall, wipe your tears, tighten your laces, and walk back into the fight with your head high. You're not finished yet. You're just getting started. Success is not reserved for the chosen few. It belongs to the relentless, the ones who rise early and stay late, the ones who bet on themselves, even when the odds are against them, the ones who don't wait for motivation, but act with discipline. Motivation fades, but discipline delivers. You don't need to feel like it to do it. You just need to remember your why. Remember the promise you made to yourself. Remember the nights you cried for this, prayed for this, sacrificed for this. You didn't come this far to quit. You came to conquer. And every time you feel like stopping, remind yourself, winners don't wait for permission. They take ownership. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You are the master of your decisions. Don't waste time looking sideways. Your competition isn't out there. It's in the mirror. Outwork yesterday. Outlast your excuses. Outrun your limits. This is your story, and you hold the pen. So write a legacy that screams resilience, one that echoes through history. Not because you were lucky, but because you were relentless. You won't always feel strong. You won't always feel inspired, but you must show up anyway. Because the path to greatness isn't paved with perfect days. It's paved with persistent effort, even on the days you don't feel like it. Especially on those days. That's when character is built. That's when resilience is born. No one sees the grind in the shadows. No one claps for the early mornings or the quiet battles you fight within. But those moments matter most. They are what separate dreamers from doers. You're not chasing a fantasy. You're building a reality. One brick, one step, one rep at a time. Don't stop because it's hard. Push harder because it's worth it. You already know the pain of regret. Choose the pain of discipline. Choose the discomfort that leads to growth. Let your actions scream louder than your doubts. Let your progress be your proof. You are not what happened to you. You are what you decide to become. So choose to rise. Choose to grind. Choose to grind. Choose to prove yourself right. Every single day. The world will try to fit you into a box, label you, and tell you to stay in your lane. But greatness has no lanes. It carves its own road. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're rewriting the narrative. You're reshaping the legacy. You are living proof that limitations are lies, and ceilings are meant to be shattered. The people who said you couldn't will one day have to watch you thrive. Not because you needed to prove them wrong, but because you refused to betray the vision inside of you. This isn't about ego. This is about integrity. The integrity to live your truth. The integrity to back your beliefs with bold action. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to break through. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Stop apologizing for your drive. You are not too much. You are just enough to move mountains. And no, you don't have all the answers, but you have the courage to start. That courage will take you further than any approval ever could. You've already conquered things that were meant to break you. You've survived storms that should have drowned you. And here you are, still breathing, still fighting, still chasing that vision. That says more than words ever could. That says you're built different. That says you're not just dreaming, you're daring. You're daring to defy the odds, daring to live fully, daring to make something extraordinary out of your pain. That takes guts. That takes fire. That takes the kind of inner strength that can't be measured. You've been underestimated, overlooked, and counted out. But that was fuel. Every doubt became your drive. Every no became your reason to go harder. You took every rejection and turned it into redirection. And now you're unstoppable. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. You made the decision to rise, no matter what. And that decision changed everything. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep becoming. Because there's a version of you on the other side of this fight who is unstoppable. And that version is waiting for you to prove yourself right. There's no shortcut to greatness, no cheat code for passion, no fast track for purpose. You've got to put in the work. You've got to embrace the process, every single step, every single struggle, because this isn't just about what you get. It's about who you become in the pursuit. You're becoming someone who doesn't fold under pressure, someone who doesn't give up when it gets tough, someone who doesn't need anyone's permission to be powerful. That's what matters most. That's what will carry you through the darkest nights and the toughest climbs. It's not about applause. It's about alignment, aligning your actions with your vision, aligning your grind with your greatness. And when you do that consistently, day in, day out, you won't just change your life. You'll inspire others to change theirs. Because people don't follow words. They follow warriors. And you, my friend, are a warrior, a fighter, a builder, a believer. So keep rising, keep working, keep speaking to your future with every action you take. And when the dust settles, you won't just be remembered. You'll be legendary. You were never meant to be average. You were born to stand out. And now is the time to rise into that truth. You are not the fear in your head. You are the fire in your soul. You are not your past. You are your potential. And potential means nothing without action. So act, move, fight, build, win, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because each day you grind, you cast a vote for the future you believe in. Each rep, each choice, each sacrifice, it all adds up. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize the struggle was the gift. The grind was the blessing. The pain was the path. And through it all, you didn't just survive. You transformed. You became the person you always knew you could be. And know that, right there, is the power of belief in motion. That's the reward of persistence. So don't stop. Don't shrink. Don't settle. Stand tall. Speak life. Move with purpose. And no matter who doubts you, prove yourself right, again and again, until the world has no choice but to believe what you've always known. You were born to rise.